Hello again, everyone. Marcus here. I review stuff. Today, I'm reviewing the song Rubber Ring by the Smiths. This song, of course, comes as a request, so as always, if you would like to request something, please leave it in the comments, and I'll be sure to get to it. Okay, at this point, I've heard plenty of music from the Smiths. I think by the time, whenever I decide to hang up this channel, I think by the time I'm done, I will have reviewed every single Smiths song on the planet. So, looking forward to it. Really been enjoying my journey through the Smiths discography. So without further ado, let's listen to it. And if you're a Smiths fan here for the first time, go check out the rest of my page. I have a ton of videos from these guys. All right, so here we go. Let's listen. This is again Rubber Ring by the Smiths.
Impassioned song to a lonely soul is so easily outgrown. But don't forget the songs that made you smile and the songs that made you cry. When you lay in awe on the bedroom floor and said, "Oh, some other may mother." Passing of time and all of its sickening crimes is making me sad again. But don't forget the songs that made you cry and the songs that saved your life. Yes, you're older now and you're a clever swine, but they were the only ones who ever stood by you. Empty lives waiting to be filled. The passing of time leaves empty lives waiting to be filled. I'm here with a cause, I'm holding the torch in the corner of your room. Can you hear me? And when you're dancing and laughing and finally living, hear my voice in your head and think of me kindly.
You do not want to believe. You are sleeping.
Interesting. That was an interesting end to the song. Hey, I gotta say, instrumentally, that might be my new favorite song from the Smiths. I mean, I loved the bass work, the guitar, the drums. I mean, man, this was a good song. This is actually one of the earliest Smith songs that I had received as a request, and it's just taken me this long to get there, just because of all the requests that I've gotten and the way that I do things by randomizing the songs and everything. But man, this is probably my favorite Smith song, just from an instrumental standpoint. Love the energy behind it. Such a easy song to just jam out to, and just so good, so good. So let's break the song down like we always do, of course, starting with the lyrics. So let's see. Well respected by Smith's fans and critics alike, Rubber Ring is a song about coming of age and leaving the awkward, difficult period in life that is being a teenager. Morrissey urges the listener to never forget those songs that kept you going through tough times, even though now you may have matured and their effect or your admiration for them have lessened. Coupled with a funky, minstrel-esque guitar piece by Marr, and interludes of interviews claiming everybody's clever nowadays, a commentary on the ever-growing number of pseudo-intellectuals. The surrounding sound effects really affirm Rubber Ring as a piece deeply entrenched and admired within the expansive and eclectic back catalog of the Smiths. The title is both a nod to a vinyl record, as it is round and made of rubber, and the life preserver rubber ring that is tossed into water to save people from drowning. To many teenagers, songs by the Smiths are their rubber rings. This music helps them get through tough times in their life. Yeah, very well said. Oh, in a 2015 Reddit AMA interview, Noel Gallagher has named this track as one of his favorite The Smiths songs. Cool. I like Noel Gallagher. I like me some Oasis. Here we go. So let's look at the lyrics. A sad fact widely known, the most impassionate song to a lonely soul, is so easily outgrown. A sad fact widely known, the most impassionate song to a lonely soul is so easily outgrown. But don't forget the songs that made you smile and the songs that made you cry when you lay in awe on the bedroom floor and said, "Oh, oh, smother me, mother. Oh, la-da-day, la-da-die," that kind of thing, yeah. So very early on in the song, you notice that he's talking about, remember the music that was important to you. It's a sad fact that some people outgrow those songs that once meant so much to you, when you were lonely or down or ill-trodden. And just, I'm one of those people who I still very much appreciate a lot of the music that got me through tough times. Sometimes it's hard to listen to them after you've gotten out of the tough times, because it's wow, that brings me back to that time that was really tough in my life. But once you put enough distance between it, it's easier to come back and be like, oh man, I loved this song back in the day. I honestly feel that way with a lot of Streetlight Manifesto. I listened to a lot of their songs when I was a very dark place in my life, and for a while I was like, I don't want to listen to them very much, because it's just like it takes me back to that dark time. But now that I've put some distance between it, life's been pretty good, last few years. It's like, yeah, I can listen to some Streetlight Manifesto, man, all the time. A lot of bands like that for me, where again, they were just on repeat during the hard times, and immediately after, once things start kind of looking up, it's like, oh man, I can't listen to that. It takes me back to that rough time, and it's just so hard. But then again, once you put some distance between you and the event, it's like, yeah, okay, I can dig this again. So the passing of time and all of its crimes is making me sad again. The passing of time and all of its sickening crimes is making me sad again. But don't forget the songs that made you cry and the songs that saved your life. Yes, you're older now and you're a clever swine, but they were the only ones that ever stood by you. And damn if that's not true. So again, just telling the listener, hey, you can't forget all the music that helped you get through those dark times. And as you pass the time, as you get older, you may not necessarily need those songs to help you get through things anymore, but you still just got to remember, you got to remember who was there for you when no one else was, that kind of thing. So, the passing of time leaves empty lives waiting to be filled. The passing of time leaves empty lives waiting to be filled. I'm here with the cause. I'm holding the torch in the corner of your room. Can you hear me? And when you're dancing and laughing and finally living, hear my voice in your head and think of me kindly. So once you've made it, don't forget about us. Again, it's kind of the same idea throughout. Do you love me like you used to? You're clever. Everybody's clever nowadays. You're clever. Everybody's clever nowadays. You are sleeping. You do not want to believe. You are sleeping. You do not want to believe. You are sleeping. I love it. I thought it was great. Lyrically, again, I can relate to it so easily because I'm exactly one of those people who had that difficult time growing up. I mean, not even just growing up. I had a difficult time growing up. Middle school, as for many of us, was a hard time for me. High school at some stages was a hard time for me. Fucking college and at a lot of times was a hard time for me. Fucking grad school was one of the hardest times in my life for sure. And it wasn't until after grad school and I was like a full-fledged adult with a career that I was finally like, I'm pretty happy. So, but I never forget those songs that really got me through all of those different times of my life. And as the song says, I may not fully appreciate them like I used to. But I like to think that I've always kind of held them in a very special place. And now with my wife, her and I don't really listen to the same kind of music a lot of times, but we do like to talk to each other about stuff like that. Like, when she's listening to one of her favorite songs, and she'll tell me like, oh man, this really got me through college, or this really whatever. And same for me, a song will come on and I'll be like, oh man, I listened to this so much when I was in grad school and I was going through shit, and we can just talk about it like that. And so I think her and I both really still appreciate a lot of the music that definitely got us through some of our harder times. And so I like to think that doing Morrissey proud here, right? So lyrically, like I said, I can super relate to it. I love the message here. 2 big thumbs up. And then as far as instrumentation and vocals go, like I said, this might be my favorite song from the Smiths instrumentally. I loved that bass that Andrew Work was able to throw down here. I mean, so groovy, so catchy. I loved it. Johnny Marr on guitar, as always, man. That's the thing. Like, I've been doing some of Morrissey's solo work, and I like it, but it doesn't hold up to the Smiths, in my opinion, just because it's missing Johnny Marr. I had never heard of Johnny Marr until I started reviewing the Smiths on the channel. But to me, he's probably one of my favorite guitarists right now. Like, there are so many guitar tracks from the Smiths discography that I'm just like, man, he does such a great job. It's not the stuff that I grew up listening to with, Metallica and stuff where they're just shredding and it's all fast paced and crazy. It's like he brings something else that I can really appreciate from his guitar work. So, man, I love Johnny Marr. His guitar work is fantastic. And then the drums, Mike Joyce on drums did a fantastic job, really injecting a lot of really good energy into the song, just really keeping the pace and the rhythm, and just a fantastic job instrumentally from them. And then Morrissey sounds great as always. I think he puts in a good performance here as well. So yeah, this is a good one. 2 thumbs up instrumentally and vocally. And then of course, as far as replay value goes, I mean, I could pick out anything in this song and justify putting it on my playlist for that. The lyrics alone have it make the playlist. The guitar alone has it making the playlist. The bass alone, the drums alone, Morrissey's performance alone has this song on my playlist. You put them all together, this is a fantastic song. I cannot wait to listen to it again. It's going straight on the playlist, and it is getting played as often as I can stand it. So, fantastic song. Maybe my new my new favorite song from the Smiths. I Know It's Over is also up there. I don't know. This is a hard-fought battle. But 2 big thumbs up. Really enjoyed this one, and I thank all the people who have requested it. This was definitely a very good request. So as always, if you want to request something, definitely leave it in the comments and I'll be sure to get to it. If you enjoyed the music as much as I did, of course, go support the artists. Go listen to their music wherever you can. And one place you will be able to find this song and a lot of other Smith songs at this point is going to be in my Spotify playlist. It's in the description below and it has every single song I've heard so far on the channel. I recently passed like 24 hours of music. It will take you a full day of non-stop listening to get through my playlist. So go check it out. There's so much music in there. Maybe you'll find something new that you like. And of course, as always, if you want to support me, just all the normal stuff you do on YouTube, like and subscribe and comment. All right, guys, that's going to be it. Hope to see you on the next one. Bye for now.